Alright, back out in the garage. I did a little rearranging. Trying to get ready for tomorrow when I got to put everything back away. Trying to figure out what's going to go where I can keep tools out. Keep my tool carts out where I can get to them. There's some stuff on here that may get moved. Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, I think this leg kicked in a little bit, which is letting it ride down. Anyway, we did get it off, blah, blah, blah. I found this is the governor out of the 302 Super. This governor came out of the 302 Super that we thought wasn't working right, that looked exactly the same. I mean, this thing looks brand new. But when I compare this action, yeah, there's more there. Well, I don't know. About the same, I guess, I reckon. I was wrong about the number ball. I went back and looked. I was looking at it from the wrong side. The balls are all there. Everything seems to be okay. The new one, the newer one, seems to spin. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Kind of quiet. Sounds kind of rough. One thing I did notice, I'll turn these over. The height from here to here is different. This one appears to be worn. There's not as much height there. I don't know if the camera will show that or not. But there's a little bit there, significantly more there. And to go along with that, I've also got wear here on the corners. And that had to have been rubbing against, because this is supposed to ride against the back side of that pulley. So let's get all the parts together. If we're gonna do a comparison, let's do all the parts. So this is our front main seal and carrier. The governor goes inside like this, and then that'll be interesting to check out. Anyway, all this fits on this. There's a bolt that comes through the pulley that pinches this tight against the front of the crankshaft, which I haven't looked at too close yet. That goes against kind of the front of the crankshaft governor assembly, blah blah blah, and then also against this face here. And you would think that if that was a nice tight fit and everything was tight, that it would be, you know, nice and clean and shiny, but we're kind of rusty. And I've also noticed that I have asshole neighbors. Yeah, we know you're got shorted in the penis department. Yeah, maybe it's not as bad. Maybe it's just rough. I don't know. Earlier I thought I caught my fingernail on a lip, because it was. But you can see it is shiny. So I'm thinking this was spinning on here some. Definitely was rubbing against the inside of the case, the main seal housing, because it's nice and shiny, and there is definitely a wear lip on it where it probably see it right there. You can see definitely there's a line where I think it's where the governor has worn into the front of that housing. So we're definitely going to put, this is a better looking governor. I mean, this thing looks brand new. If you go back and watch my 302 Super videos, and I compared this one to the one that was right out of the box, I could see no difference. when I compare this one to this one that we questioned whether it worked, I see a difference. This is worn down. We got wear marks there, which makes sense. If the bolt wasn't tight, allowing the pulley to slide out, then this would slide out. It would also let this spin against that. I'm really kind of surprised that I can't feel more of a groove there. We'll maybe hit that with a good flat file or a stone, clean that up, but that is going away. That's going in its place. I think step one is we'll get this cleaned up as good as we can. Degreased, scraped, wire wheeled, whatever. Probably shoot some Rust-Oleum, Krylon, whatever. Leather brown, that's kind of close on that. We're not going to go, I don't think we're going to go. Nobody cares that you have to stand that close to the freaking urinal. Anyway, clean this up. My teeny peeny. YouTube will probably ban me for all the language. Anywho, whatever. We're not going to go, I don't think, the effort to clean up and paint this one like we did with the 302 Super. I don't know. We'll talk to Dad, see what he wants to do. But we're definitely going to get this all cleaned up. We'll get a call out to Welter's, my favorite molding part supplier. Definitely need head gasket, intermediate head gasket. Well, I'm sorry, valve cover gasket, intermediate valve cover gasket, head gaskets, block gaskets, and a side cover gasket, and maybe even a front. Well, definitely a front main seal and a front main seal gasket, and we'll get all that coming this way. Meantime, we'll just scrape and clean and clean and scrape. I need to get a lid. I had a lid. I need to get a lid on my bucket of juice. So anyway, yeah, I'm cleaned up enough that I think I got enough room here where I'm standing to get everything else over there. There's some buckets and there's stuff that that can go in the back of the truck. Well, the empty cans, the empty, I'm not going to call them gas cans, the empty fuel cans go in the back of the truck. The battery can go in the back of the truck because that battery's going to get traded in for a new one for my diesel truck. A bag of bags can go in the Jeep. Chair can go in the Jeep. That's where it all came from. Yeah, we just, just another day in the garage, shuffling and stuff. So anyway, of course the toolbox is right in the way of a good closing thumbnail, but anyway, yeah. And as I work through cleaning and stuff, throwing stuff out and cleaning up and doing things I should have been doing all along, this will get better. We'll have more room, I hope. And then, by the time it's warm out, this thing can be back down at the farm, and our golf cart can sit here, and I'll clean up there and do some stuff, and I don't know, maybe restore some lawnmower, garden tractors over the summer, or at least get them running, because I got a couple, 2 or 3 of those things to work on. But anyway, I got to get a belt. I ramble. Anyway, front end's off, it's out of the way, I can get to the tractor. Obviously issues with the governor, and the bolt wasn't super tight on the pulley, so I think that was our problem. We had some slop in there, similar to what we had on the 302, except the 302 had been rebuilt and didn't have enough hours on it to actually hurt the governor, or it was so sloppily put together that it wasn't going to hurt the governor anyway. But anyway, yeah, this governor to me looks brand new. This one's junk. So anyway, I'll be back.